Welcome back, guys. Frame by frame. We're going to break down the push-up today. It's a very specific kind of push-up, but it goes for all type of push-ups. We're doing true push-ups here. We had these in a Saturday workout, and the whole point of doing a push-up is to build upper body strength, and we want to do that in a number of different ways. One way is we're physically pushing our body weight up. We also can build some midline strength in that. So we want to see a nice plank position. The point of the push-up is not to make it as easy as possible. It is to build muscle. It's to get stronger. So when we do a push-up, what we want to see, I'd like to see a little better setup from Tara here at the top. Like, she never really locks out that elbow. But in general, so that's a much better start. What we want to see is the shoulders very slightly in front of the hand. She could probably come forward a little bit more, but she's still in a really good position, a decent position here. And now we have the body in a nice plank position, really nice. And when she comes down, what you're going to notice is that her shoulders and her hips drop together, right? We have that hinge point on the foot, but it stays in a straight line on the way down and on the way up. You're going to notice at the bottom, she's getting that shoulder below the elbow, getting nice and deep. She's squeezing that out, locking that arm out at the top. It looks really, really nice. Christine's been working on her push-ups, and they've gotten a lot better. And after I cued her with this, she did do a lot better. So what you're going to see here is that she's going to be in a slight pike position at the top. So she's at the top. Notice how high her hips are. It's a little high. So now what's going to happen is she's, instead of hinging at the foot like Tara was doing, she's going to hinge at the hip. And her chest is going to drop, and her hips stay really high. All right? So we get this more of like a handstand push-up almost. Now, there are times when we do want this position, but if we do get this position, we want it a little more vertical torso, so it can be more of a vertical press versus a horizontal press. But for the push-up, we're looking for those hips, those feet, those hips, and those shoulders to be in a straight line, whereas Christine has her hips up high here. And the reason that we see this, we see this in dips a lot as well, especially in females. It's because there's a lack of strength there. And by hinging at the hip, we are reducing the load that the shoulders and the chest have to press through. So we're reducing that load by hinging at the hip, right? So that rep was actually a little bit better, but you can see, like, especially you can really notice when she comes up, like that pressing, it's hinging at the hip. The legs are not moving at all. If we come back and look at Tara, notice the legs, the calves, the thighs, the hips, the midline, the shoulder, they're all moving the entire time. The entire time they're moving. Whereas we come over and look at Christine, that's not the case. You see that last little pressing out? Only the upper body is moving. So we want to work on making sure that we're keeping that plank position and we're moving the entire body. And yes, that is going to make it harder, but we want it to be hard. That's the point. We are trying to build strength. We're trying to build that strength. Her elbows are also in a little bit. I'd like to see those elbows out a little bit more. Just like with Tara, we want her a little more forward. So, nice plank position. Set the shoulders. Everything moves down, everything moves up together. Make the movement challenging. That's how we're going to build that strength, that long-term upper body strength. Thank you for adding a tool to your toolbox. Cheers.